What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. It's all bad, family, for Tory Lanez. He's no longer out and about. He's in prison, a California state prison. And remember, he's a Canadian guy, so he's not even really from the States. And now Meg Thee Stallion is basically trying to drop some receipts that basically Tory Lanez has paid this YouTuber, Milagro Grams, after obtaining Tory Lanez call log via a subpoena. So basically, as you know, he's in prison right now. And so whenever he calls out, Meg Thee Stallion is basically listening to those calls or trying to get her attorney to do so because it's public information when you do that anyway. And basically this lady Milagro Grams, who's Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, is basically saying a whole bunch of things about Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay, so I'm not a lawyer, but I did read the 24-page lawsuit that Meg Thee Stallion has filed against blogger Milagro, and I want to tell you about it. So much of the lawsuit has to do with what Meg says is Milagro acting as an online rumor mill on behalf of Tory Lanez. Meg says that Milagro spreads false statements about her for no other reason than to bully, harass, and punish her for Tory's conviction. And the lawsuit includes a number of examples with screenshots of what Meg says is Milagro harassing her. But a key component of the lawsuit has to do with one example specifically. The lawsuit says in June of 2024, defendant Cooper, aka Milagro, encouraged her 27,000 ex-followers, I still call it Twitter, to go look at a post shared by another Twitter user that was of an AI video of Meg purportedly engaged in explicit activities. The lawsuit refers to this AI video as the deepfake video going forward, okay? It notes that it is unknown who created the deepfake video, but that Meg had no knowledge or involvement in the creation or distribution of this video. There's a screenshot in the lawsuit of Milagro's Twitter account saying, "Go to my likes," which the lawsuit says was Milagro referring to the video because Milagro's likes included a tweet of the video. The suit also notes that in a YouTube video, Milagro stated that she, quote, told whoever follows me on social media to go to my likes to see what it is that we were discussing, which again, the suit says confirms that she was indeed encouraging her followers to go watch this deepfake video. Okay, so you have the context about this deepfake video. So now let's move down to the causes of action in this lawsuit. Causes of action are like the legal reasons or basis for a lawsuit. And this lawsuit has four, and the first is for promotion of an altered sexual depiction, and it's based on Florida statute section 836.13. Did I mention this was filed in Florida? Well, this lawsuit was filed in Florida, and it just so happens to be a crime in Florida to promote altered sexual depictions.
Now, she's alleging that basically a lot of this stuff, and if you guys remember, there was a fake AI sex tape of Meg Thee Stallion, and it did look just like her. Tory Lanez has been contacting this YouTuber and then putting out this information against her. And I really don't know who to believe, but here is what I would like to say. So basically, this lady, Milagro, the allegations is that, Tory Lanez is paying her basically to come out and make all these things up. But I just kind of want to say something about this whole entire situation. And I think a lot of brothers can learn something about this. Tory Lanez went to jail over a chick that wasn't even worth it. I don't care how you slice it. It is what it is. No chick is worth going to jail for, all right? Now, I know what you can say is she lying, she's not telling the truth. And sometimes we pay the price when we're dealing with chicks that we have no business dealing with. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. I had a homeboy that, when we was like young, I was like maybe like 22. I came back to Sacramento for some time and, they would go out to the clubs like, back in Sac in the day, the name of the club was Tunnel 21 in Old Sac. Those of you from Sac know about it. So it was catered toward a black audience and things like that. So what he would try to do, or some of my partners would do, is that, they would have these little immature ass games that they would do. Like a girl would walk by and, they would just tap somebody's butt and so a girl would think that you did it. All right. Now, my homeboy, hold on. Now, this particular night, they was doing that and a girl got upset. Like, yo, what you doing touching on me? And she didn't know who did it. And so my partner was like, man, F you, B. Well, anyways, she went and got her cousin and they confronted my homeboys and them for doing it. And somebody got killed that night. It was the guy that was sticking up for her cousin and they went to jail, okay? And they went on the run. They ended up getting caught somewhere, I think like in Houston, Texas or whatever. And the whole time I'm thinking like, bro, you went to jail over just trying to grab a booty? You know what I'm saying? And as dumb as that is, Tory Lanez should have never been dealing with somebody like Meg Thee Stallion. That's just dumb. You're sleeping with her friend, then you sleep with her. Obviously, there's an argument. Obviously, there's some level of fighting. Then you put yourself in a situation where now nobody really knows what happened, when it should have been like, you know what, man, I got my own chicks. I'm not really worried about that. You know what I'm saying? And now you're paying the price for making a bad decision for somebody you shouldn't have been around in the first place. And that's the difference between rappers like Tory Lanez and rappers like Jay-Z. Rappers like Jay-Z, somebody got to make up something like erroneous to get Jay-Z, because he's not accessible out there like that. He's really not. These other rappers be doing the fool. These other rappers be doing silly stuff. Jay-Z, hell to the nah. You're not gonna catch Jay-Z doing no foolish stuff like that, or being dumb or doing that. He's just not gonna do that because he's not gonna be around that stuff. And so now you got Tory Lanez being accused that you're out here working with this chick who, obviously, if this is true, it's dumb because they can hear the calls coming from, you know, the jail to whoever you're calling to. And if this lady is doing it, then that's even more harassment. That's even going to make your time more. And this is all of this can be avoided by just leaving what you brothers would consider 304s alone. Now, I know that the booty clappers in situations is good. I know that they be thick. I know that you would love to clap them up. Hey, listen, man, I get it. But at the same time, what about your peace of mind? You know, some of these dudes have so many opportunities and so much money. You know, you would think that by now you would have known better stuff that you can do, better chicks you can deal with, where you ain't got to deal with all that, where you ain't got to lose your life because, you know, you losing 10 years of your career because somebody gets shot in the foot. Then somebody can go out there and put all these allegations on you and ruin their life when they out there doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. But your life is destroyed. And it's always gonna be your life that's gonna be destroyed. It's a bad price, man, for dealing with the wrong woman. And guys don't get it. Because guys thinking that, oh, well, she let me clap and, you know, she let me do this. So, hey, it's not her fault. Nah, it is your fault. And this is what I want to tell you, man. Just because these chicks is letting you have it, your way, that don't mean that you need to take it. It doesn't mean that. Just because, and I'm gonna keep saying that, somebody is willing to let you get some cheeks, that don't mean that you need to basically do all that. It don't mean that. Sometimes, man, you just gotta be out there and just be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I don't need these cheeks. She's problematic, you know. She's drama filled, and go on about your business. But it's a price to pay when you don't want to do all that. Your ass to be sitting in jail. And how many people are sitting in jail right now dealing with the wrong woman? How many people is in jail right now because they got lied on or somebody didn't tell the truth? Now your ass is in prison. Your ass is the one suffering. Not nobody else. It's going to be you. And they're going to be out. And they're going to be having their fun. And they're going to be doing their thing. And it's going to be your dusty ass in jail, in there struggling, weaving and sailing, when all you had to do was say no to those cheeks. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.